Finally done with all that hate mail. Welcome to part 2 of the 3-part series. In this session, we discuss social impact of comics and what a difference it can make. Are gay? To be or not to be? That is the question. Not the difference between being evil and doing evil things, like making Captain America agent of Hydra. How BBS still weighs on us. The platinum age of hero cinema. Let's start off with James. Why don't you tell us what you really think about Birds of Prey?
I hate that show.
Well, before you go, both of you continue on.
No, that's not worth the
Before you
time.
put it on the wrong floor.
Let's
just
What do you think about Takei's outrage? Do you agree with him? Disagree with him? What do you think?
He's right. Okay, Roddenberry didn't have that vision in vision for the characters. That was not what he was trying to fight for.
Yeah.
Okay, if you take a look, one of the big things that comes out of the original '60s show is a unity of man.
Right.
Okay, this whole idea that everybody's living on a ship and we're not fighting like
Petty fights.
Right. All the enemies to man are external.
Sure.
Okay, and
We're bandits. We are a brotherhood.
that's very much the result of the '60s. You know, you've got all the conflicts that are going on
Exactly.
at that same time.
Mhm.
That's what he was trying to speak for.
Exactly.
He wasn't even worried about gays or
Right.
Right.
race
Also-
or anything like that.
Also, Jim pointed out a long time ago when we were having a discussion, trying to explain to Julio why you should start watching Trek was,
Which I
good on you, man, was Chekhov in the 60s, a
Right.
Russian taking
Yes.
orders from an American.
Julio.
Holy
correct.
Right.
Yeah. You know, so that's really what he was trying to soapbox.
Sure.
He didn't even look at it. So in that respect, Takei is absolutely right.
Right.
Okay,
But,
and as I'm going to throw this but in, the thing that he says at the end, you should make a new character. Well, guess what? They have. This Sulu is not the same character
It's
that
true.
grew up with
Right.
in the '60s.
Yeah,
It's not.
That's true. And I also look, I think that if Roddenberry were alive today, he wouldn't have a problem with it. He would find this social atmosphere more than acceptable for a gay.
Yes, he would probably.
Yeah,
probably.
And it's not like this is the first time they've taken a character to make a point.
Right.
Because the first Star Trek movie in the New Kelvin timeline made a point to show you how Spock struggles with being a half-breed,
Right.
which is an allegory for racism.
Yes.
Exactly. No, the entire series makes it a point that equality is the message.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
but that's Star Trek at its core.
At
Yes.
its core, yes.
In fact, that's one of the things that he tries to get across when he's talking with her in First Contact.
Right.
They go throughout the entire ship. They're
Right.
having a long discussion over the differences between her time and his time.
Right.
It took me so long to get this much titanium for a 6-foot cockpit. You've got titanium all over the place. How much did this cost? Well, we don't fight over money. We don't worry about money.
Right.
We're all working for the same thing. That sort of thing. He goes on a spiel about all of this.
Right. Then he tries to
That
go
just
to war
reminded-
with atomic.
That just reminds me of the whole thing with Picard and his hair. When they interviewed Patrick Stewart
Yeah.
about, so in the it's 22nd century is the next generation?
20.
24.
24, yeah, you're right.
24.
So in the 24th generation, they haven't come up with a way to cure male pattern baldness. in the 24th century, they don't care.
They don't care.
Which is
I'd like to
great.
make
They
one
don't
more
care
point
about
about
hair.
presentation. Okay? This again is a debate between me and my son. Alright? The presentation, when we bring up a social aspect, alright, when you make a big deal out of it, I think that cheapens the presentation. When it works naturally,
Yes. Yes.
it's more effective.
If you're holding up a giant neon sign to the audience going, message, 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 message,
Sure.
it not only cheapens the message itself, but it makes your entire script.
But that's
Less.
also like a current problem in society that people feel like they need, they want to be special. That's really what
This is the
what
me
that
generation. This is the me
Yeah.
generation. We all want our 15 minutes of fame.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay?
Why are we here? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? So we're shooting for more than 15 minutes.
But James
we're
earlier
at
brought
like,
up a
we're
very
at 20 or 30 minutes now.
But James brought up a very good point earlier that
You need to be more specific.
Couch James.
Which
Get back down from that cloud.
No, I didn't mean about my good point. I thought which James. That's all.
Oh, this James. See, I'm pointing.
Oh, okay, got it.
Oh,
That's James. That's James.
I thought it was the shapes. Okay.
So, James here brought up a good point in that back in those days, back into the 60s, the golden age, the silver age, yada, 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 back when it was written just by white men, that the characters were only written for white boys or
Right.
whatever. And then so on and so forth, it became little girls, and then it became little gays, and so on and so forth. I didn't know what else to call it. Just
Okay, we have our own, like, for complaints.
Send your letters to AJ not James Office.
Cannon Fire cohorts at gmail.com.
Lewis, you take care of it.
But still, like, you were bringing that up, and now you're getting a plethora. Sure, it's the me generation, but now finally the me generation can have somebody to go, I like that, that represents
And
me.
see, this is an interesting point.
Yeah,
that came
That's
up-
what I feel
And
you're
this is an
going
interesting
with.
point that came up in the group, because you mentioned it earlier. It was one of those arguments that went bad, but someone, a female member in our group, mentioned that they don't really care about the female as a gender being represented. However, as someone who has a little sister who's very much into comics, and just like me and my dad, she loves Spider-Man.
Right.
However, she also loves that there's a Spider-Girl.
And the
She
Spider
loves
Woman.
that. Yeah, exactly. So I do think it's important that these people get representation in a media that's so rich with that opportunity.
Right.
It's a media that is literally built on character.
Right.
And on diversity. I mean.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it goes like that. That story that came out around the Guardians of the Galaxy with the kid that goes up to the
Oh, the autism,
Yeah.
the kid with autism that goes up to Drax.
yeah
Batista. He goes up to Batista.
yeah.
And he was all like, I never found somebody to associate myself with because the kid couldn't understand.
Doesn't
metaphor.
understand metaphors. Yeah.
Right.
he doesn't
And-
get he doesn't.
And really, it's not like this is something new in
No.
comics using a soapbox, because the X-Men are what?
yeah.
Not
New
good for
good?
me.
Hey,
Yeah.
fellow viewers, I should say.
Okay, fights for racism,
Civil rights.
and civil rights in general.
Hey,
One of the best comics of all time for Green Lantern was where when Martin Luther King
Oh
King got
yeah.
killed,
Mhm.
and Green Lantern was there, and he was like, "Oh my God, how could I have let this happen?"
Yeah.
And then a black man just goes up to Hal Jordan and is like, "Well, where were you? You were off saving white people, or different people on a different planet. You
Yeah.
weren't here saving us."
Yeah.
And the cover is just him being defeated.
It was a real moment.
Yeah.
And they did the same thing with 9/11 with every superhero is
yeah.
90%
The
of Marvel
only
is
gripe
in.
I have with that is super villains who have done so much worse in
Yeah.
their canon
Yeah.
compared to 9/11. I understand, like, it bothers me that Doctor Doom was crying.
Really?
Like, come on,
He's
it's
trying to
Doctor
destroy-
Doom.
yeah.
He's one of the worst people.
His own slave nation.
He's one of the worst, like, beings in all of Marvel comics.
He's
But for me, in my opinion, the comics could have been a lot better if it was focused on New York characters like Daredevil, Spider-Man, and
Right.
them trying to help people and recognizing the real
Well, the
heroes.
problem with that is that when you do that, you then run the risk of using tragedy for marketing. You then run the risk of
Yeah,
tragedy being
that's
used in
true.
print.
That's true.
That is a valid
It's
point.
such a fine line you have to walk there.
Yeah.
yeah, but you know
Where-
what? I think it's worth the exploration. I think, and the effort to write it well.
One of the
Yes.
better ones.
Yes.
But it's such an emotional moment for the country
Yes.
as a whole. It's so easy to
But
go
at
wrong.
times like that, people who are comic book lovers will enjoy that if it's done well.
Sure.
And people that are comic book lovers, they're not going to turn to comic books.
One of the better moments is like Superman looking up at firefighters,
Yes.
Yeah.
ambulance drivers, and police officers and going, "These are the real heroes."
Yeah.
Like, whoa,
Yes.
that's a really good moment.
Anytime Superman does that, it'll be one of my favorite Superman moments. I
Yeah.
love those moments because this is something.
But that's also good for Peter Parker
Oh
and,
yeah.
and Matt Murdock
Absolutely.
and things like that.
Mhm.
But you understand my gripe, though,
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
whole Doctor Doom thing.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing about that, and I get it because it's true. He is like, well, I don't even think evil is the right word for him. No, he's not malevolent. It's just he's a malevolent character.
Right.
But it's not evil. Like he's not like a chaotic evil character who just wants to kill everybody.
Yeah.
He
Also,
just
one
wants
of the
to rule
characters they
everybody.
had him flying next to was Magneto. Magneto was
No,
cool.
see that makes sense.
Yeah.
Why was Magneto crying?
Because Magneto is evil.
Yeah, Magneto
But he wants humans to die.
Yes, but he's
At the time,
time.
in 2001, he wanted them dead.
Right.
Then he changed and went back.
it's not. But again, is that just how he felt at the moment? Because that's not always how he felt.
Also, we have to think that Magneto's already he has a lot of trauma.
Right. He's also
He
a victim.
experienced a bunch of people dying.
Exactly.
So it's he experiences a bunch of people dying again.
So for him, it was probably a
I experienced not even with his
like
parents.
some PTSD of back to World War II and all that.
You know,
All right.
somebody kills my mom in front of me. I'm gonna be a little psychotic.
Yeah.
No, and just all your people too, not just your mom.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
your mom, your whole
Your
family.
neighbors, your cousins.
Speaking of which, that's one of the things that I really like about the movies is the way they portrayed that particular set of scenes and
Mhm.
that.
Oh,
particular
wait
The
a minute.
Magneto
Okay,
scenes?
I just
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender's portrayal of Magneto
Oh.
is mind blowing.
Yes.
Okay, I will every few days I will rewatch that scene. I think it's from the first movie
First time.
when he goes into the bar in Argentina.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that is such a good
Yes.
scene. Oh, I don't
He
have.
looks- he
Oh, they
looks
didn't have a
likable.
name. It was taken by pig farmers and tailors, and sits back down, and that just nervous tension that everyone has
Right.
as he rolls his wrist over,
Uh-huh.
and you see the tattoo. Oh, it was just
It was a
so
great
well
scene.
acted.
He manages to, as an actor, walk that line between being a very doing a lot of
Mhm.
unlikable things,
Right.
and yet also being likable.
Oh yeah.
Still being endeared.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not.
Being
It's
endearing,
that
yes.
you understand.
Yes, you
Right.
Like,
Part of that
You
is
relate.
relation,
look,
yes.
you take what happened to him as a child,
Mhm.
okay, and then you take what happened to him in X-Men Apocalypse. How do you not be a bad guy?
Yeah.
I'm just
How do
saying.
you not? Yeah.
Okay.
You lose 2 families in a
And
lifetime.
then,
Well-
of course,
Hold on.
Uh huh.
We gotta wrap it up soon. So I'm gonna ask
Have we
How
been
long
talking-
have
have
we
we
been
been talking
doing
for a
this?
straight hour?
for not a straight hour, but about to be 30 minutes. which
Okay,
was-
we should keep going.
Let's separate it into two
Yeah.
segments or something.
Yeah, hey, I can always
Okay, well,
make segments. Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm gonna ask this
We haven't even
question.
talked about any of the stuff that we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I touched on the Trek thing, but I wanted to talk.
I heard the word touching, and I thought we were going somewhere else.
James,
Yeah.
Always reach for the boobs. Okay.
you haven't had a chance to do
That's
this.
touching
What?
appropriate.
Not on a show
Not
that you
here.
named.
Uh
Tell me about Mary Jane Watts.
huh. Ah, yes. Okay.
Shop, who wants popcorn?
So
This is
first
James'
off,
soapbox.
on top, besides
Well,
the
bad
fact,
relationship.
In here.
besides the fact that Marvel just
So
did
we
the
can
thing,
stop blocking you.
yeah, right. Besides the fact that Marvel just did a thing where they're getting rid of all the multiverse, except now they're coming out with a new book where Peter Parker and Mary Jane are together and have a daughter. Okay, so most people who are Spider-Man fans, as much as I am, will they're die-hard Mary Jane fans or Gwen Stacy fans, but I'm not even going to start my rant on how what Marvel did to Gwen Stacy. God fucking damn it.
Let's not get them started.
Quick aside on that, part of the problem with Marvel is they are unwilling to commit to things.
Right.
Okay.
I would agree with
They were unwilling to commit to
You
the
could make it
changes,
Brand New
the
Day.
changes that they made in Civil War,
Oh, okay.
Brand New Day, and so forth. And part of what that creates is a massive amount of retconning.
Sure.
Okay, and great stories and great changes to what should be an evolving universe
Right.
that get completely wiped out.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and here's an example of when my opinion is Marvel dropping the ball on something. I don't like Peter dating non-powered people, and here's why. Every time he's done it, it's used against him. It's every time.
Yeah.
With Gwen, and even more so once we found out the recent truth behind Gwen Stacy, that she cheated on him with Norman Osborn. We then found out that that she was targeted by Norman. It wasn't just because she was Spider-Man's girlfriend.
Right.
She was targeted by Norman. Mary Jane is constantly used as a damsel in distress, and that's what causes this toxic relationship between them. And if you really take a look at their relationship, it's not a healthy one. And recently, like, she's pointed out to him that, like, I can't support you, and that's I think is a constant problem.
You proud of
So-
your boy?
So when so
The way he's talking.
for a while, Marvel had what I thought could have been a great opportunity, and that's when they had him flirting with Carol Danvers.
Right.
When they had Peter Parker,
You mean when they teased?
yeah, when there was legit flirt. They went out.
Yeah, but they teased that
But
shit.
they
That
were
should
doing
have
that
been-
all along.
Wait,
with different,
What about
with
Kitty
different
Pryde that you liked a lot?
Yeah, see, like when he was in Kitty Pryde in the Ultimate Comics, that was great
Yeah.
because Kitty Pryde is someone that's really difficult to be made a damsel of distress of. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And who the hell is going to make a damsel of distress of Carol Danvers?
No.
Quite the contrary. I would have liked to.
Actually, Rogue managed to do it, but we're not.
Okay, well that's Rogue though. Shit. But there could have been some great opportunities for stories there where, like, what if it's Peter that's in trouble
Yeah.
and Carol had to save him?
Right.
Like,
At the very least.
him being with a strong woman, and again, this is something I can kind of identify with a bit because Peter is not a self-confident guy, usually. He has moments of self-confidence, he's not.
Well, he's so confident on the battlefield.
Sure.
In his private life, not so much.
Exactly. So how would he have dealt with being with someone who's so much more powerful than he is? That's something they could have explored.
Yeah.
Right.
Even if you're not going to put him with someone that is insanely powerful,
Sure.
put him with Black Cat who can handle herself.
Yeah, I agree because look, Black Cat.
No,
that
see,
didn't
that
work.
relationship is toxic too, though.
Yeah, but that didn't
But
work
that's
because
not
she
something
had to
that-
break it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
She had
yeah.
to break down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
What
she
you
does
say
not.
about being proud of him is that he
Oh,
had his
yeah.
own soul
Okay.
points.
One of the things that's happening right now. Well, one of the things that I appreciate about the whole Doc Ock being Peter Parker for a while, he realized how toxic the relationship with Mary Jane was, and he was like, "I'm not doing this. I'm cutting you off. I don't want to talk to you anymore. That's it."
That's what was Black Cat.
Which is
No, he did both of them. Which
Yeah.
is
No,
kind
with
of
Black
sad.
Cat, he had no idea
he
about the
knocked
relationship.
her out.
And it's because of that he knocked her ass
Right.
out.
Yeah.
He knocked her out, which caused a whole mess of problems now because Black Cat is currently the kingpin.
Yeah. So freaking weird.
Which is
Yeah.
really weird.
yeah.
And she's targeting Miles Morales right now.
Yeah.
So
I want to piggyback off Daniel's point that Marvel has difficulty sticking to things. Do you mind if I talk about
Which is
something
weird.
that
except
happened
with
in Civil
Spider-Man,
War
he's been
II?
sticking with walls.
In the first issue.
Go for it. What?
Okay, so you know Samson died
Yes.
ages ago, right?
Yes.
Please bring him back.
Yes,
Please.
Civil War II brought him back
What?
for a 3-page dialogue
No.
with Carol Danvers.
What?
Carol
What?
is like, Samson, aren't you dead? Samson goes, yeah, but I got better. And that's it. There's no explanation for why he's back. They just had a
And
legit
which
But
comic?
to be fair,
Civil War #1.
but keep in mind, Marvel is really bad at explaining these things. To
Okay,
you.
Also,
wait,
Brian Michael Bendis.
but you know what? In fairness, not the first time Zack Snyder died.
No.
He's died
It's
there.
times.
Yeah.
No,
he always
I
brings
get
back,
that.
So we've accepted that it's part of the aspect of the
No,
character.
you accept that with Marvel Comics, but you should expect at least a little decency to explain stuff.
No.
Whenever you bring a character die, it's either through some metaphysical aspect, some magical aspect, something where it's sure it's stupid and won't work in the real world, but hey, it'll work in this comic book world, and these are the rules that we're gonna justify.
If I can say, this is what
Again, that's when it's good writing. When it's bad writing, that's bad.
When it's bad already, you get Captain America being brought back through idiocy.
Hey, and
Or
I like to say this about Marvel. I don't understand him. It's because obviously when you did the movies, right, Iron Man, Captain America, Avengers, you thought it all out
Yes.
beforehand. So and you can do it.
But that's a different head at the department.
Yeah, it's not just a
I
different way. First off, it's
Comics had Joe
It's
Casado,
also-
who's done a lot of
It's
things.
also
It's
they have like one solo, basically they have like a small group of writers for the movies. So it's like there's not that much leeway as much as the
And
first
they
is like,
have
oh,
a
you can't
much-
do this, you can't do this, but you can't do this.
Well,
Well,
hold on, one
And
thing.
you have as much
we have a whole bunch of different
But what I'm
writers.
saying is that from the beginning they had to realize that if this is going to work, we need to plan ahead.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
James
sure.
has a point here.
Well, I was gonna say that, yeah, but that's because they have the entire history of Marvel Comics to work on.
Sure.
But they have the benefit of they don't have to deal with that history. They can rewrite it. Meanwhile, Marvel Comics, unlike DC, and I'm not saying this is a negative criticism on DC, but for the most part, Marvel Comics has held on to most of its history,
Yes.
which DC has not. Which I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but
It's,
but Marvel has a lot more to deal with in one chunk.
Yes.
yeah.
So it's a really weird line to walk where you have all this information. It's just it's difficult. But the movies benefit from that having happened.
Right. I agree, but then you're compounding the problem by continuing to make the same mistakes.
Yes.
I mean, I get that, but you also can't keep things stale.
That's also
When you have
when
that
you
much
force
material,
people
it's
to-
not going to get stale. Right? As long as you keep the progression going.
I mean, that's why they did the whole like recent end of all these alternate worlds and stuff. Because they wanted to
Yes.
start like a clean slate.
Sure.
Yeah, but an argument I think you
Well,
said
totally.
when we were talking to Garrett about the whole Captain America being Hydra.
Uh-huh.
You actually kind of wanted to see where it went.
Right.
You wanted to see, okay, I don't like this.
No, but
But
here's
I
my
wanted to see
issue.
where it went.
Garrett did a good job at guessing what was the cause of it.
Right.
But despite that, I'm still not okay with it.
But you
No.
would have liked to see where it gone.
Sure, only because it's somewhere the character hadn't been before.
Right.
Yeah.
But I wish they would have come about with a different way of doing that. The way they did it.
The way they did it, the way they short played it and everything, it turns out that it was all about shock value.
Yeah.
And,
I don't
and
like
that's
shock
garbage. That's garbage
Yeah.
writing, it's
Yeah.
garbage comics,
Well,
and
maybe because it
it's
turned
nothing
out.
to do to a
Hold
character
on.
like Captain America.
Maybe it turned out to be shock value because it was so
The
shocking for everybody. The feedback. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what happened with Nick Spencer's run,
I think
but
that if
he
he would have
ended
had
it in 2 issues.
Mhm.
The first
Yeah.
and then the second, he immediately killed that arc.
I feel,
I have no idea what's going on
I
right
feel
now.
it was very ill placed,
Yeah.
like that storyboard, because okay,
and the timing sucked.
so, yeah, the timing is like, oh, we have all these problems with like terrorist organizations right now, so let's turn Captain America, who was like a
The
hero,
face of America.
Yeah.
the face of America, face of justice, truth for Marvel. Let's just be like, okay, he's a huge terrorist. He's been a huge terrorist this whole time, and he's betrayed every single value that he's founded in his
Right.
life.
We're talking about Captain America.
It goes down to respect for what the character means. Okay? This is and it's this mentality that brings me to the problems that I have with
Oh, yeah.
yes. This brings me around to the problems that I have with, like, for instance, Man of Steel and Dawn of Justice.
Ooh,
Which
Dawn of Justice. Stop.
man,
That's a really nice corner.
Dawn of
We're
Justice
having
is
this
doing it for me.
conversation again.
but like,
You can't run away.
See,
You're
here's-
trapped.
I am.
Man of Steel puts Superman into a situation that fundamentally goes against the character.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay? It writes him into a situation that fundamentally goes against the character. It's the same thing
Does
as,
it?
Yes, it does.
Here's my thing. At that point in his life, he isn't that character. He literally just donned the suit for the
Man of
first time.
Steel, Superman, week 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Year one to
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Oh, what are you doing?
I actually really enjoyed Man of Steel. I
There are
really
things
Some of the extras are acting up.
I have issues with Man of Steel
Oh, shit.
on many levels. My main problem.
Not enough Batman?
Well, yes, but really, the values that Superman portrays are ones that were instilled in him in childhood.
Mm-hmm.
Not things that he developed as a superhero, but things that were developed.
Yeah, he brought these values.
Oh, you mean a good Paul Kent?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah, a good pocket.
yes, but that doesn't. I still think those values were there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he knew how to put those powers into those values into play.
But it's not about him. We're not talking about.
Stop. Don't save me from this clearly avoidable hurricane that you could have saved with your super speed and your flying. You could have
But I am so
prevented
selfish. But I am such a selfish father that I want you and your mother to deal with the trauma of me dying
Hold on.
for the rest of your lives.
Hold on, I got one more. So, Dad, I should have let those bus full of kids die?
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
You looking at me for guidance or friggin' aliens?
seriously.
I mean,
But-
but see, that's the point too. Is that he's also he's dealing with a unique situation too. Paul Kent.
Right.
Okay, it's that he doesn't know where to balance like loving his son, and or what
And
to
or
fear,
how
or
to
rather,
support him.
or exactly, or how to love his son. Like, yes, you have this boy who is so strong,
But you
but
have,
that also makes him such a target.
but you
Right?
have representation.
And he realized, and they do that very well in Smallville, and he never, ever once tells Clark not to save people.
Also, what about 78? 1978
Uh-huh.
Superman. He literally dies of a heart attack, which is a great way to kill off. No, because that's the perfect way for Superman.
you heard it here
I
first.
can't save everyone.
That's
I can't.
I
one of
agree.
the high
Right.
points of it.
Yeah.
I can't save
Yeah.
everyone. But later on in the same movie, I'm gonna go back in time.
But that was a crappy ending.
I'm gonna stop this from happening right now.
I don't care. I
Make
love
my later
78
today.
Superman, but still, in 78 Superman, what is he doing? He's there telling him, "You're gonna be a great person. You just have to trust your feelings and everything." And you have Jor-El in the same, played by the beautiful Marlon Brando,
Yeah.
who couldn't give
Yeah.
a shit.
Yes,
To be
that's
fair, that's true about everything he did. Though.
Yeah.
Unless it involved his Doritos. That man loved Doritos. But still, I kind of see where Daniel's coming from.
Yeah.
But I liked Man of Steel.
Yeah, see, I do understand, and I'm not saying that by no way am I saying that Man of Steel was a perfect Superman movie.
No.
But I think it could have been a great springboard
Yes.
for the Superman.
Yes,
I
yes.
think
And
It could have
I'm
been.
seeing
It had potential.
Look, this is what bothers me the most, okay? When he starts to fight with Zod, they're at the farm, okay? And the only place he could drive Zod is into the city?
John Zod drove him.
No!
No.
He was,
No!
how
He
dare
literally-
you attack my
He
mother?
literally flies into him and pushes him,
Yes.
okay?
And drives into the
Yeah.
city.
Okay? Through a building, not caring who the fuck might be in there.
Because
Plus,
nothing was
wait,
in
no,
there, it
no,
was
no,
just a
Bob.
gas station.
That could be attributed to two things: Superman had an experience. Also, trauma caused by his freaking super selfish father already lost one of them to like some crazy freaking storm. I don't want to lose the other one. So
Okay, but yes,
And then what does he do in the town? Run, stay inside. I'm gonna try and save you all. Oh my God, it's three equally powered to me. Call the cops. I need help. Where's Batman?
See, people
Batman shows up. Tell me,
By the
do
way,
you bleed?
did I tell you? I have decided to lift my ban on Warner Brothers DC movies.
Suicide Squad?
I'm gonna watch it.
Same.
Only because the fact that they have made the decision, to do reshoots,
Right.
and everything I'm hearing of what's going on with the next
Wonder Woman.
No, with Justice League.
Oh, that they're making jokes.
Is that they're? It sounds to me
Jokes
like
listening?
they're listening,
Yeah.
which is all I care about. As long as they can acknowledge their
Well, they need to
mistakes,
listen 'cause they're
I'm
already
okay with
right.
that.
One of the things, Kimberly, you were bringing up with BBS was
We really need to stop talking about this movie. though.
Yes. We
I
have- we
really
have to
want
cover
to,
more
but
shit.
one of the
BBS, big bullshit. That's the name of the movie.
Yeah.
one of the bigger points that James had was immediately after the movie, and we were all there. We all like shit talked that movie
Oh,
to the
God.
end of time.
And
But
we'll continue to go.
James had such a dejected look on his face, and he literally said one sentence into the mic when I asked him how do you feel about this movie. This movie made me hate Man of Steel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
This Batman vs Superman was so bad it made me retroactively hate Man of Steel. Because again, Man of Steel was great only as a springboard.
Right.
As soon as that character didn't develop at fucking all,
Yeah.
then no, he's just a piece of shit.
Okay.
And an idiot.
Right. Yeah.
I think
Always.
I'm gonna jump
Wait,
into this kryptonite gas
Yes.
one more time.
One more, yeah.
At regular speed.
Thank you.
Not
Yes.
super speed, regular speed.
Well,
Yes.
I think my biggest problem with Batman versus Superman is
Not enough Batman.
no.
To be fair, that might have fixed the movie.
Yes.
Just saying.
Because he was actually pretty good. In some ways.
Ben Affleck as Batman
Yes.
was pretty good, but the Batman on the script was not necessarily pretty good.
No.
Okay.
I think
I
Batman
agree.
was great as the Punisher.
I completely agree with you.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. I think my biggest problem with Batman vs Superman is the amount of wasted potential there was.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
There was
Now-
so much good that could have come from that,
Right.
and none of it happened.
Now
See,
I watched the Ultimate Edition, right?
It's
And-
better.
Oh, so
It's
you're
better.
A lot better.
Yeah, it's
Oh, so
better.
you're-
No, it's only better because it does tie things up more, and it gives it a little bit more continuity.
Well, sure,
right?
and-
But still,
and it
in
fleshes
its
Lois.
basic core,
Yes.
it
It's
is.
Yes, yeah,
flesh.
But see, I've talked about I have two issues with
I would
Batman
like
vs.
Lois
Superman.
to show some flesh.
Oh.
Yes.
Now, as a movie, it was bad.
Yes.
As a comic book movie, it was insulting.
Yes.
Yes.
So, those things that they fixed the as a movie, it was bad part. That doesn't change the insulting parts of the comic.
Right.
Yeah.
In
yeah,
my
you're-
opinion.
you're-
I mean,
you're
None of your fans were impressed by that piece of shit.
None.
No, that's not true.
And what kills
Well, okay, none of your friends
Well,
that are
Mario and I-
psychotic were impressed with your
No, and I'm honestly
And what-
Mario
surprised.
and I are gonna watch the Ultimate Kino edition, so.
There's a friend of mine
Hashtag Bat
who was he actually unfriended me on Facebook. Because my brother had known him for a while. It's him and his wife are a super couple. They're well-known Superman and Supergirl cosplayers.
Ah, okay.
Danny and Heather Kelly are their names. And I sincerely do not know a bigger Superman fan. Do not, I seriously.
Really?
Oh yeah, no.
I don't stand a chance.
He's got a room dedicated to just Superman.
Yeah. Okay.
Half his closet is his Superman costumes.
Okay. 50% of this
Is
guy's
this the
income
same guy
goes
who
to
had
Superman.
like the facial implants and everything?
No.
No, not that bad.
No,
Not that bad.
But the Danny and
Well, to tell you the truth,
Danny
he didn't all that.
Kelly works
He
out
knows- he
solely
makes a great
to
Superman.
stay in Superman shape. Like this is his,
Right.
this is his life,
Yeah.
and he loved that movie. But he's one of these very unique people, and he straight up told me, if it's a comic book movie, I'm going to like it. It doesn't matter.
Oh, so he's like Anthony Lujane.
A little
Fan
bit.
freaks.
He legitimately liked Daredevil. He legitimately liked Electro.
Okay.
He legitimately liked anything that was a
So
comic
he
book.
lacks taste.
I think
Oh,
it's just,
shit.
I don't even think it's that, and it's something that I can appreciate. I don't necessarily agree with. It's that he just gets so excited by the fact that we're here.
Right.
Yes. That we
Okay,
have
okay,
to.
I see
May
that
I,
more than
because,
you
can I address this
Yeah.
once? Right? Look, I've said this before, right, and it's worth repeating. For people of my generation, people who are really saturated in the comic book genre,
And got
This
this
is-
60s Spider-Man for a long time. Made a staple.
this is our Valhalla. Right? It's a dream. Right? That the movies can actually portray our heroes on the big screen now.
Any reason
That
why-
was unthinkable 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easily.
but that same thing is true in my lifetime too, though.
Yeah.
Like I can still.
20 years ago, we had Batman and Robin.
Oh god.
That was
See what I mean?
That was,
1996. Well, 97 it came out. 97 it came out.
So yeah, it's been, it's been a long
Batman.
time.
But in my lifetime, I can still remember having the thought, I'm never going to see a Spider-Man movie.
Mhm.
Then I can remember having the thought, there's no way an Avengers movie will work.
Right.
And then I had the thought, there's no way a Justice League movie will work. And I'm still waiting on that one.
To be
And thus ends part 2 of our 3-part series. Join us next time when you'll actually hear somebody agree with Kimbrough. No, I'm only kidding, that never happens. I'd like to thank Sam Owens of Hope's Comics. Thanks for having us. I'd like to thank Erwin Santiago of UltraCon. UltraCon will be here on October 8th and 9th. Join us, won't you? We'll be there, so should you. Special shout out to Fan Freaks, our Facebook group. That's where it all began. And of course to 24/7 Miami. Thanks for having us. Check out all the exciting programming there. See you next time.